I'm going off. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Forex. Today is Monday and we are doing the live daily Forex analysis. This is at 8 a.m, almost at 8 a.m. I'm a bit late, so apologies for that. We're doing this live daily Forex analysis where I'm going to analyze. Typically, it's 4 currency pairs which I pre-selected before I go to live, and then if the audience is asking questions, then I will be addressing the questions and as well as the currency pairs. If someone wants me to analyze any different currency pairs which I have not analyzed, you can also ask questions in a live chat box on your right hand side. We have my lovely assistants in here which are going to be helping me to make sure that I don't miss any of the questions. So we're gonna be starting. The first things first, I do want to address the question which one of my subscribers, EHub, left it on Friday's session. So I'm going to be addressing the question first, and then we're going to be jumping in and analyzing the currency pairs. So the question was, might be a lot of people also have the same problem. So the question is, this is the comment I pulled up in here, but I do have some bullets. So basically, how trader can predict the number of retracements. So how to determine number of tests the price will do before it's the price decides to go either one of the directions, and as it can have also the misleading indicators, as well as should we use the indicators at all, and what kind of time frames we should look for. So this is like a shorter version of what just I write on the bullets. So this is a longer version. You can also pause and have a look. So I did analyze on Friday British pounds against Australian dollar, and I did predict that the price is going to go up. But it did slightly different things. So I'm gonna use that as an example. So let's go to the British pounds against. So I'm not gonna analyze this from top down, but I'm just gonna address it as use it as an example, because that's what I used before on Friday. So that was the first way, if I'm not mistaken. So I did call it that the price would come up around this zone at, I think it was 94.80 or 94.90 zone, which price did, and it was looking pretty strong as of the bit of higher time frames were concerned, like let's say daily and 4-hour time frame. So it was looking strong, and the price came up and hit the resistance, which I said, and we were expecting the retracement, which was, I believe, I predicted the price would retrace down to that 194.50 zone. However, we can see that the price did quite a bit different moves. So the price came up and did a number of tests on this resistance zone. It tested quite a few times, and then we had a retracement, and we can see that the retracement went about 40 pips below my predicted price. So it went what was that, 194.05, so about 40 pips below what I thought it might do. And then the price came back up again, did a couple of tests, and so it kind of messed around a bit before, and then we had the closing session. So it has not really broken until the session was open on I think Sunday 9 p.m. and then we can see that the price finally broke this resistance level, and we see now it returned back to it. So how can we predict one thing we need to do is that cut out that there is no certainty in that. We can anticipate that the price might do that, but you never need to that is certain the price will do. Even though everything is looking good and everything looking aligned perfectly, there is still a probability that the price might not do what you want it to do. So that's the first thing. The other thing is the price direction, where we're going to take long or short, and how we're going to address it. So in terms of that, the first thing we need to do is we need to know whether we're gonna take the short or long trade, not after the price gonna hit the resistance. So that will be the completely different trade. But first we need to know where we're gonna take the trade. Is it gonna be long trade or is it gonna be short trade? And the way we need to determine, we can determine that is, so I'm gonna analyze the same exact this currency because I did analyze and I hold the same view. So the first things first, we need to determine the trend. The way I use it is as of the day trades and the semi-swing trades are coming. In this case, I do use the daily time frame to determine the trend. In this case, we can see the big trend is down. The big trend is down in here. However, we have this move nice upside. So this is a retracement. Still, it's classed as a retracement, but the intensity of this retracement is very strong. So the reason why I called it for the long trade is the retracement looks very strong. So that's why I do hold the belief that the price will still have enough strength to push it higher. So if we look at this this candle in here, this is a, I think, Thursday candle. This is a very strong bullish candle towards upside, and also followed by the Friday candle. When I was analyzing that, the candle was looking stronger rather than now. Now we have left this wick, this little wick in here, but it's still not a big problem. I still think that the price can push higher, and I do believe I called the what did I call it? I think it was 95.70 or 95.80 zone. So it was roughly in here that price. I called the price going to push it up to this zone, which I still hold that belief, and it's still price looking good enough. So the first thing we did already, that we analyzed that, okay, the big trend is down, but the price does have a retracement. So this is a daily time frame, and the way it looks like it's strong enough to have a bigger retracement. So we know that we're going to take the long trade. So this is the first thing, we already done it. So there's no questions on that. So we know that we're going to take the long trade. So we get the trend right. As of this, a big trend or the short trend. In this way, in this case, is a kind of shorter trend. So it's short trend, but at some point. So in this case, is up to this 195.70 or 80 zone. After that, we're gonna see, because the big trend is down. So we know that we're gonna take the long trade up until to the 195.80. So we know that already. So then we're gonna drill down to the short time frame. We can also have a look at the 4-hour time frame and 1-hourly time frame. In this case, we're gonna jump into straight to the 1-hour time frame because it will be easier to relate to what I already analyzed on Friday. So we knew that we had the resistance up to this at 94.80, 90 zone, and we can see that the price already came up, but it made the multiple tests, which I thought it might not do it, but we can see the price did it. So what my view was that the price come up here, and then it will have a retracement, maybe 2 candles or maybe 3 candles. However, the price did mess around, and it came down further, came back up, and it did a good few tests before it has broken this zone. So when the price does that, the way we can anticipate if the price gonna how many tests it might do, or how many tests it will do, that it's gonna, we know that it's gonna break it or not. Though, as I said, for sure we will not know, but when the price does that, so let me just explain this one. So in here we can see that the price is very steep towards upside, and then if we look at this candle, it's not as steep as in here. So this means that the buyers are very strong, so it's pushing price higher, and it's having a very little retracement, little or no retracement. And we can see these bullish candles, and then it's kind of not flattened, but it's less strong than we have it in here. And then in here, it's kind of already came up here and kind of flattened and messed around a bit and came down and tested, made a good few tests before that. So that normally gives me a caution that, okay, maybe price might not break it. However, in this case, I still hold the same belief as the original analysis towards a long side. So we want to know for sure, but we can just give it a try. In this case, it still does looking nice. Obviously, the setup is not as clean as if the price would have come up to the resistance and tested and made maybe, let's say, 2 candles and then continue towards upside. We had the few tests, and the other thing to keep in mind is the more times the price tests the resistance or support, doesn't matter. In this case, it's a resistance level. The more times the price tests the resistance level in quick succession, there is a higher chance the price is going to break that level. So in this case, it tested a number of times, hit a retracement, and then it returned back to the resistance. And I had another retracement. We can see this candle in here. It has another retracement. And after the session was open on Sunday, we've seen that it has broken the level. So normally when the price tested a number of times, especially in a quick succession, if it's tested like pretty quick, in this case it was in 3-4 times pretty much in like few hours. So that's a quick succession. So it tested it, and there's a higher chance it will break it. Of course, we would not know for sure. And in terms of the indicators, that is the personal choice. I personally really like to use purely as a price action. I do use the indicators, moving averages. I do like moving averages, but I don't use it to just to purely trade off of the indicators, but I use it as a sort of guide. But the first and foremost is the first indicator you have to look for is the price action itself, and then the indicators are reflecting the price action. So the price action comes the number one. I've seen I know that a lot of traders, they have like 5-6 indicators in one chart. This is too much. It's very confusing as well. So that's why I use the clean chart, and it's much more clearer, and it helps also in your trading as well. So in terms of indicators, it's a personal choice, and of course the indicators can be misleading, especially when price starts doing messing around and going to this sort of a chop mode in here just for a bit. The price does messing around. That's why I do like to use the price action itself, and then I do use the moving averages as of my my guide. So the other thing is the monthly time frame, as you have asked. The monthly time frame, in this case, I will not use the monthly time frame because the monthly time frame is more of for the big long swing trades, and for the day trades, and even semi swings. I rarely use it for the semi swing trades as of the monthly time frames are concerned. Though I normally use the daily and the short time frame. And if you want to use the monthly time frame, that will be on for the long term swing trades, as I normally analyze on the weekends. That there are the longer term swing trades, which normally like profits, the take profit, the target RS is about 400, 300, 400 pips away. So in this case, it's generally not as much, but I do use the monthly time frame only on for the long swing trades. So in this case, the daily would be fine. You don't really need the monthly time frames in this case. So I hope I answered that question. And if you've got any more questions, you can leave it on the either chat box or the comment section. So let's return to so the question. The US dollar against Canadian dollar. So we're gonna do US dollar Canadian dollar. Actually, I forgot to mention that, yeah, we're gonna be doing this session for 1.5 hours. So it's starting at almost at 8 a.m. and we're gonna be doing for 1.5 hours. I'm gonna pick my currencies. Generally, I pick the 4 currencies, and then if the audience asks any related questions or any particular currencies, then I will address them as well. However, if there is no questions in the audience and no one asking anything, then I will give it about 5 minutes and then I will sign out. Is it back? Okay. Oh, okay, now it's back, reconnected successfully. So where were I? Yeah, I do apologize. We had some internet disconnected for some reason. I don't know. So we're gonna jump back to the back to the US dollar against Canada. So I still should reconnect soon. So US dollar against Usdcad. Okay, yeah, the internet is back. So let's jump into the daily time frame in here. Okay. Yeah, I do see myself. So we're gonna jump in. So we're gonna start with the daily time frame of the USD Canada. And then we're gonna start drilling down to the 4-hourly and 1-hourly time frame and see if there is any potential opportunities for the USD CAD. I do analyze this currency on the swing trading as well. So if you're interested in swing trading, you can check it out on the. I did upload the videos on the weekends. So let's see what we have up here. So this one looks. I already see a potential target up here, which is at around 14200. That will be the potential targets. 142, maybe 05. Could be running at 20 as well. Okay, I do see the potential upside on this one. Let's drill down to the 4-hourly time frame, see what we have it in there. Yeah, it does looking strong towards upside as of the short-term trend is going, and I do definitely see the potential for this currency to go up to at 14200, so roughly about 60 pip range. And let's go to the 1-hourly time frame. We need a okay, did the retracement actually already, so I did miss on that one. Yeah, the price came down. We can see that with this retracement, price came down and took out these lows down here, and also tested these highs. So that was acting as a support level, and also to this high as well. So the price came down and tested it, and now it's kind of shooting quite high. This candle is not closed yet. It's still got about 14 minutes before it's closed, but so far it's looking good. I do hope that the price will have a bit more retracement on this one. Because we do need the retracement, otherwise the risk reward might not be good, depending on what the stop loss is gonna be. So let's wait for the first thing first. Let's wait for this candle to close. So another 40 minutes, just under 40 minutes before this 1-hourly candle is closed, and hopefully it will push up to this level in here. And if it does that, this is about not far away, so another 10 pips, and if it pushes up and closes nicely, then we're going to look for the retracements. On this particular case, if the price goes up to at 141.50 and retraces, okay, I'll do see two potential entries in here. The first one's going to be this 141.30 down to this zone in here. However, price can come down to this lows at 141.05. So this is the two potential entries. So far, if the price closes strongly up to this 141.50, then I will be looking for the entry at, actually give it maybe a bit lower, down to this level. So the entry is going to be at 141.30 as of the, if the price comes up and closes nicely and then retraces down to this level, in here. So 141.30, and the stop loss is going to be 141.30. Okay, so two potential stop losses. The first one is at 41.05, which gives what, 25 pip stop loss. But if you want to give it the extra safety, then we're gonna position our stop loss below this level in here. So we would be looking about 35 pip stop loss if you want to be the extra safe, because there's a good chance that the price will come down to this level and might want to test this before continuing towards upside. So the entry is at 141.30, and the target is as I mentioned, 140.200. So we're looking about 70 pip targets. 70 pip target, and the stop loss is either 25 or 35 pip stop loss. If you take this 35 pip stop loss, you're looking for 1 to 2 risk reward, and if you take the 25 pip stop loss, is about 1 to 2.5 risk reward on that one, which is good. But I do want to have a 1 to 3 risk reward, so might not be this trade might not be for me because it does not meet the 1 to 3 requirement. If you do not know, I always take the trades if it's the minimum requirement has to be 1 to 3 risk reward, but it doesn't mean that 1 to 2 is bad. 1 to 2 is pretty good as well. Just that my strategy is calling 1 to 3 risk reward, and it's how it works out for me over the long run. But if your strategy is calling 1 to 2 risk reward is good, then you can just might as well go ahead on this one. Okay, so to recap, we will be looking at 141.30 as of the entry, but the first we need to wait the close of this candle, and the price has to come up at this level up here. And then we're gonna take the trade. If the price does not do that, if the price doesn't come up to this level at 141.50 and nice close, similar to this bullish candle, or this one is good enough, then this one disqualifies the this trade. So first it needs to do that. It can do this candle or the next candle, but the price has to come up to this level and close nicely, strong close. That's what we need to look for. Then a retracement down to this 141.30. Then we take the trade in here with the either 25 pip stop loss if you want to take a bit more risk, because that gives a better risk reward. But if you want to give it extra security, then take the 35 pip stop loss, which will give extra. So your stop loss is going to be below this level. So from 141.30 to down to this level, so either 25 or 30 pip stop loss, and our target's gonna be at 14200. So 14200, and the reason why is let's look at the daily time frame. The target is this basically this high up here, so it's this this high in here, so that's the next resistance level. So the price did not quite get in there, so 14200. So this is this closing high, or 142.05 is fine as well. So up to this level, which gives us about 70 pip rewards on that one, and we're only risking either 25 or 35 pip stop loss. Risk reward is good. So make sure when you take the trade, you got the risk rewards. I do want to say it in every single of my my sessions, because I can't just stress enough that how important that the risk reward is. So I don't see the questions, so Usdcad, and I'm just gonna pick my next currency. So if you got any questions, just pop it in the chat, guys, and also if you got any currency you want me to analyze, yeah, just let me know in the chat box on your right. We still got a good 1 hour to go, so if I don't see any questions, then I will be signing out after I'm done with my analysis. So far we got the first currency. Let's jump into so which one should I analyze? Let's go to euro dollar. This is euro USD. I know a lot of people trade this currency, and it's most traded currency, even though it does not move that much compared to the other currencies. So I don't know why so many people like this currency. So this is the daily time frame, and what we can see in here. So for now, we can see that the price came up. This was a Friday, right? Yeah, Fridays. No, this was not Friday. Yeah, Friday session. So we can see the price came up. We have this spike. So it took out this high, and it went quite far as well. Yeah, took out this high. However, we can see that the price left this wick in here. So we got this wick in here, and price did retrace and close just below this high. If we can see it, it's just marginally below this closing high in here. So this candle. So this is like an inverted, inverted hammer, sort of a spinning top in a way. So the price took out, and it's retracing down now as of the this session. So let's drill down to the short time frame, see what we have. There could be a potential that the price might just retrace. maybe down. Okay, this one is a bit fast. So 109.10, 109.10 looking good. We have a nice support down to a 109, actually 10900. So this is a 35 pips stop, 35 pips away. So let's drill down to the short time frame, see what we have it in. Let's see on a 4-hourly time frame. Then we're going to drill down to the 1-hourly time frame and see what we got in there. So on the 4-hourly time frame, the price already passed through this level, and okay, where are you heading? Okay, so we got the next potential support down to this level. It does looking pretty decent. It does look strong at 109.05 or 10900. Around that zone, it does looking strong on the on the 4-hourly, so 109.05. So that's probably where the price is heading at the moment. We see that the price is kind of retracing, though it doesn't looking very strong that the price is it's not really collapsing down, that the price make me think that the price might want to continue to fall. So let's drill down to the 1-hour time frame and see what we can use on here. So we got this level down here, and if the price comes down at 0.95, okay, the 1.95 is down to this level. Okay, I can't really justify a day trade opportunity on this case. If the price comes down at 109.05, it's not gonna look well on the 1-hour time frame, because we already having this sort of retracement up here, but I can definitely justify it on a semi-swing trading. As of the day trades, I can't really justify taking that trade if the price comes down to the 109.05. So let me have a look at what are the other potential opportunities. So the price already broken this level down here. Yeah, 105.05. Yeah, this one looks like a next good support down here. I do see a semi-swing potential on this one, on this area in here. However, the one thing is we need to wait the close of this candle, and then we only can take this on the tomorrow. We only take the trade, or I can only justify taking the trade tomorrow, because it has to come down in the tomorrow's candle down to this 09.05. We can use it as the next target. So let me see if we can actually take the short trade. Even though this looking still strongly up, as of the 1-hourly time frame goes, we can use it for the short trade up down to this was it 109.05. We can use that one as a target. As of the daily time frames, there's a strong support, so there's a good chance that the price will gravitate towards it. So let's look at what we can. So the next the resistance will be up to this 109.55. Let me have a look at the. There's a lot of things you need to keep in mind when you do the analysis, as of the resistance, the potential things, what can affect the currencies around it, and that's why we need to look all these variables, and also we need to keep in mind the stop losses and targets, and if it does meet our risk reward requirement, and all sorts of things. So in this case, the 109.55 would be at the next resistance zone. We got this small high, but I don't think that should be creating any problems. So we're looking for the short trades. The price is coming up. If the price comes up at 109.55 up to this level, the reason why, because we have these highs in here. So this is this decent resistance, and I don't know what this trend line is doing there. Okay, this is a daily one, so let's ignore that. So as of the 109.55 will be the entry. Let's look at this stop losses. 109.55, so 65, and that's not good. So we would be looking 20 or 25 pips stop loss. 25 would be a better stop loss than the 20 because we're going to position our stop loss just around this level, so we'll be a bit further away from this spike high here. So 25 pip stop loss, and let me think if it does meet our risk reward. So if we enter at 109.55 and 05, so we'll be looking 50 pips gain with a 25 pip stop loss. Yeah, it gives us a 1 to 2 risk reward requirement, but it does not meet my 1 to 3 risk reward. So I cannot personally, I can't justify taking the trade because of the risk reward. But it does. It's good trade if it sets up in here. So we want to wait for the price to come up at 109.55 and 25 pip stop loss, and our target as I said is 109.05. so 25 pip stop loss, 50 pip reward, so 50 pip gain on this one. It might not do that moves today, so the price might come up in here, but the up to the target, it might not get to the target maybe until tomorrow. So because this pair does move quite slow. The one more thing we need to keep in mind is on the news wise, we do have on the news as of the Euro side, so we got European Union economic forecasts, so that can affect the euro. The one thing we do not know when it's gonna be out. So this is I don't personally like when they do this news when you don't know out of the blue when it's gonna come out, because it can come out anytime really. So that can be when you're taking the trades, and you might hit that news, and we might get the sudden moves. So this is the one thing we need to keep in mind when we're taking the trades. So the one thing is we do not know what time is going to come out. So this is the one thing we need to think before taking the trade. So this kind of makes me not want to trade, but I do see the potential on this the entries and stop losses and targets. I did mention it earlier. Also, after the end of this, because I always forget to mention it, at the end of this session, once it's done, I will be putting the comments, and I'm going to pin that comment in there, that all the timelines on the particular currencies on. So we already analyzed US dollar Canada, euro against US dollar. So I'm going to be pinning the comments and the timeline, so you will know which time it started and all that, so you don't need to search too much. Okay, so no more questions. I don't know if it's the this still doesn't be unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. So I'm going to be picking the currencies. I don't see the questions, so I'm going to pick the so we did Usdcad. Let me just write it in here. So caps lock. So Usdcad, that was the first one, followed by euro against CAD. Don't be shy, you can ask me the questions. And now so I'm going to pre-select the currencies because no one is asking. So which one? So many currencies. Usdcad, euro, Usdjpy. Let's do USD or the British pounds, US dollar. Okay, let's do Usdjpy. I do like trading on the major currency pairs. I normally trade the major currency pairs, and yeah. So minor currencies, I do it sometimes, depending if it's nothing going on the major currencies, then I will look for the minor currencies because if it's nothing going, sometimes that happens, that is the price is just not giving you much of a trade, so that's where I start moving into the minor currencies. So we start with the daily time frame, US dollar, Japanese yen. So the price is coming down nicely. We can see that the price, we took out this low as well. So the price come down. We can see the price come down in here, and it has taken out this low in here. Followed by this reaction towards upside. So that was on last week, and it came to the test this trend line, and now we see that the immediate reaction towards downside. So I can So what's the next? So this is a nice support. So I was expecting actually for this support to maybe push even higher, but it did not do it. We have left this this wick up here, even though it's not the not a long tail. It's still a tail, and it has these reactions on the trend line as well. So it does tell me that the price might want to go further down. So as of I'm just anticipating where price might be heading. So the price already came down to this level. So the next potential support is going to be down to 105.90. Yeah, 105.90 would be the next area for the price to gravitate towards it. So 105.90, that's about 85 pips away. So it's a decent trading opportunity. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame, look up for the potential. Okay, so we have this on the 4-hour time frame. Now the price came up, went back up again, and now it's coming down again. Okay, let's go to 1-hourly time frame. So this is just a reflection of the daily time frame in here. Sometimes the daily can say one thing, and on the shorter time frames can say the different thing. So we can have the trade as of the trend. Trend could be looking on the daily time frame up, and on the 4-hour time frame it can look down. So that's why I need to see. So far on the 4-hourly it does looking good. They're both looking down. However, we still have this looks like a lower high. So okay, let's go to the 1-hourly time frame to have a bit of a clearer view in here. Overall, I do look for the short trades. So to sell in this particular case, to sell the currency. Okay, the price been already up there. Now it's coming up to. Okay, the ways come up on the 1-hourly time frame do not particularly like. We can see that it's down bar, up bar, down bar, up bar, and then followed by this the hammer candle, or almost a doji candle. So it's just up down, up down, up down. So I don't particularly like when I see that. So in this case, I would more likely wait what the price will do. So I want to see the weight, rather weight on this candle. So I want to see the price coming down in the next couple of hours, ideally down to this one. So I want to see the price coming down and testing these lows, this 1-hourly lows, which is at 106.65. Actually, it's not that far away. It's only like 15 or 10 pips away. So I want to see the price coming down for the next. So not this hour. It's not gonna do it now. This hour. So ideally, it does it next hour. For this and the next candle. Ideally it does it in the next hour, and the price comes down and closes nicely bearish at the 106.65 area, maybe even taking out these lows down here as well. Actually, let me look. So if it comes down 106.65, 75, now we're turning at 75. Yeah, so price definitely, I want to see the price coming down at the very minimum down to this level, testing this level, and I do want to see a strong close bearish candle. I want to see a full bearish candle, either with no tail or a very tiny little tail. Then I can justify on the retracement to take the short trade. Other than that, then I'm not interested in the trade. So the first thing first, the price has to come down either this hour if it does it. Personally don't think so, but for the next hour, coming down to this level and closing a strong bearish candle. Then a retracement up to this about this level, so 106.77, around this zone, 106.75, 106.75. So the price coming down here. We're looking at about 10 pip retracement, so which is not that big, and then I can take the trade so up to this level. But the price has to come down either this hour or the next hour down here and the bearish, strong bearish close, and then a retracement to this level. So 106.75 as of the entry after the move is done. So after it does this move, retracement to 106.75 with a stop loss. Stop loss can be, this one requires 20, no, 15 pips. We can go with a 15 pip stop loss, but if you want a bit extra, we can give it 20 pip stop loss. So we're going to position our stop loss well above this this spike high in here. So 20 pip stop loss, but you can use the 15 pip stop loss as well. So now, as which one did I say the target was? Let's see the target. Okay, good. Target, I think target was down to this level, 105.90, correct? Yeah, 105.90 was the target. So if we entered 106.75, so pretty much at where the price is currently sitting, 105.90. So we're looking about 85 pip gain. So we're risking 20 pips, and we were looking to make 85 pips. So that's above just about 1 to 4 risk reward. So just to recap, price has to come down and make the bearish, strong bearish close down to this level at the very minimum, 106.65. Nice bearish close, and what I mean by that, and where the candle has to have a very either no tail or a very little tail. Then I can justify for the getting onto the trade on the retracement. So the entry is at 106.75 with a 20 pip stop loss. So we're going to position the stop loss is around 106.95 roughly, and our target's gonna be at 105.90. So 20 pip stop loss and 85 pip gain on this one. But first, I do want to emphasize that first the price has to come down and close bearish candle. Otherwise, if it doesn't do that, then we're not going to take trade, and it's going to require more observation. So this was the Usdjpy. Oops, not this one. So Usdjpy. So Usdjpy. So this was the third one. Now next one, I don't see the comments again, so I'm gonna pick my currency. So which one? British pounds. Let's go to the British pounds against the USD. So let's go. Gbp USD. British pounds USD. So let's drill down. Let's go up to the daily time frame, and we can. Okay, so the price is coming down. Yeah, this is okay. Let's go have a closer look down to this level. So this will be the next support at 120. Oh no, it's 122.90. Okay, so we got this support. Where the price is currently sitting at the moment is the already support zone. So the next one's gonna be down to this zone in here, 122.90. So it's quite far. 190, 100, about 140 pips away. So this is a bit too steep for the day trades. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame, see what we have on the 4-hourly time frame. So far, as of the 4-hourly, and I'm pretty sure on a 1-hourly time frame, it's looking good towards downside. The one more thing is that the price is sitting on a support zone, so whether it's going to break it or not, that's another story. So in this case, we need to drill down to the 1-hourly time frame. Yeah, so test that support, and we've seen this 1-hourly reaction, this 1-hourly bullish candle. So the price came up, took out also this 1-hourly high, and only get to this yeah, so you get tested these highs in here, and now it's pretty much gave all the gains back. Up until this candle is closed, of course we wouldn't know, but it's only 12 minutes away before this candle is closed. However, I do want to see a bit more confirmation that the price gonna be taking out this low as well. I do want to see that. So that if the price comes down at 124.15. So I don't want to see the price coming down and taking out this low. Also a strong bearish close. So this is this. We need to. I do need to see that before getting onto the short side. 124.15, and then retracement can be at 24.15, so we would be looking about 30 pip retracement. So if the price comes down at around and takes out this this low down here, this low we can see, so 124.15 at this around this level, and the retracement up to these 124.45. So the first price needs to come down to this level and taking out this spike low down here, and then returning to this level. So roughly where the price is currently at the moment, so 124.45 zone, then we can take the trade. So 124.45. Our stop loss is gonna be at 45. So we will be looking actually not that at this one, so we're going to be positioning stop loss somewhere around this level, so we'll be well above this spike high there. So 20 pips stop loss. We need to now look for the target. So the entry is at 124.45, 20 pips stop loss, and the targets. Let's go to city 4. I generally use the 4-hourly time frames for the targets, sometimes daily, and very rarely weekly time frames, but in this case probably down to this 24.05. So if we enter at 24 now, that's not going to be good. We can have 24.05. We can use it as a target. Let me have a look at the daily time frame just to be more 24.05. Yeah, we can justify. So I do see the as of potential for the two targets. One is too far and the other one is fairly close, but it does meet the 1 to 2 risk reward requirements. Does fulfill the 1 to 2. So the first target, we can use it as 124.05 at down to this level in here. So we got these lows down here as well as these spikes. So if we get onto 124.45 with a 20 pip stop loss and run it down to 124.05, then we're gonna make 40 pips and 40 pips gain, 20 pip stop loss. So that will be 1 to 2 risk reward requirement. So it does meet the 1 to 2 risk rewards. However, in my case, I would need to. Yeah, we're probably going to be holding it further down for the next 4-hourly support. Down to this 123.65, especially if we take the 20 pip stop loss, then I will be holding down to the 123.65. So two targets. If you want to play it safe, then run it to 124.05. So that will be the first target, but the risk was going to be only 1 to 2. In my case, I'm going to be holding it down to 123.65. So we'll be looking 80. If my math is not failing me, it's about 80 pip targets. So 80 pips, that will be more than a 1 to 3. So it's 1 to 4 risk reward, which is I'm pretty happy about that. But again, the risk of the price coming down to which one was that? 24.05 and then turning around and going up is higher rather than if you let it run down to 24.05. But then if you take the bigger risk, your reward's gonna be bigger. So because my strategy is calling to 1 to 3 risk reward at the very minimum, I cannot justify taking my trades, my profit at 1 to 2 risk reward, because I know that it will affect on the next 50 or 100 trades, it will affect my P&L. So that's why. But the 1 to 2 risk reward is good. I do want to say it because some people might question you taking the 1 to 4 risk rewards and you telling us to take it 1 to 2. So don't get me wrong on that one. 1 to 2 risk reward is good. It's just my strategy is calling to minimum 1 to 3 risk reward. So this was the GBP and British pounds against US dollar. So let me just write it on here. Gbp USD. So this was British pound against US dollar. I'm gonna put the, so I don't see any more questions, so I'll give it about 5 minutes. So if no one asks anything, I will be signing out. So what I was going to say earlier, so yeah, the one thing that I want to mention again, that I will be putting on the comment section the timelines. So on the US dollar Canada, euro against US dollar, US dollar Japanese yen, and lastly British pounds against US dollar, I will be putting the timelines so you would know what time I started analyzing these particular currencies. So you don't have to just watch the entire, so this is now already going on 51 minutes, so it's going to be roughly about 1 hour. So you will have that timelines. Maybe there is a particular currency you do not trade and you do not want to watch the entire video. Yes, funny enough, it does not show me any well, which one's target? It's okay. So can I hear this? Yeah, it doesn't show me up here, so I need to use mobile phone. British pounds against US dollar. The target is 126.50. 126.50. Let me have a look. Mm, 126. Okay, so you want to buy. 126.50. Okay, 126.50. Unless you're looking for probably taking out this trade. Is that I will assume this will be the swing trade because the target is quite far away. As of the swings, swings. Let me have a look at the swing potential. Yeah, as of the swing trades, the one thing is the price is currently sitting at the kind of sort of a choppy range. So let me see, 126.50. So okay. So the target is up to this level up here. Yeah, the price can come up to this level. So you probably hoping to the price coming up and taking out these highs. Yes, there is a potential. But the price is coming down already quite early, so I would personally wait a bit more confirmation before I get into the long side, because the price already came up, tested this one, and now retracing. Maybe the price wants to continue to fall. Of course, we can't tell it for sure, but I would personally wait a bit more, the price to push up higher, and then the potential retracement towards downside before getting onto the long side. So it's more of a 50-50 really. I can't, because the trend is not clear, and as of the shorter term the price is going down, so it's kind of 50-50. If I would have taken the long trade, I would personally wait a bit more, maybe confirmation, the price pushing up a bit higher and demonstrating more strength towards upside. Then I will be looking to take the trades on the retracement. But the target, I would say target is good, so you would waiting for the price to come up and take out these highs, which is price can do that, because if the price comes up for another test, there's a good chance the price is going to come up and want to take out these highs in here. So yeah, but I would personally, if I would take the long trade, I would wait a bit more before taking the trade towards a long side, as of especially running it to this good. I think it's good about 150 pips away. So personally, I would wait and see. And as of the short term, the price is going down, so that's where I want to keep it towards a short side. And if the price returns and starts going up, then I will be looking for the long side place. But for now, my view is towards down to the short side at some points, but not too far away. Basically what I just described earlier. So the Justin is asking, do you find that Forex is choppy on Mondays? Yes, I do find it. Generally on Mondays, Yeah, Monday is a bit a tricky day, always, or the most of the times, not always. That the Yeah, Mondays is a bit funny because it does not have as much volume as normally do on like Tuesday, Wednesday, or this during the week, and on Friday it's dies down as well. So that Monday and Friday, these 2 days is. Starting up slow and then kind of building the momentum over the time. So Monday and Friday, I don't know why on Monday, because Monday is the start of the week, so I personally like to have the trades on Mondays, but I do understand as of the Fridays from the psychological point of view, because if you're tracking it for your P&L on a weekly basis, because the Friday is the last day when the markets are closed. I know that a lot of traders, especially if you have let's say you are up, net up, and if you take this trade, then and if it loses, then you might end up closing as a losing week. So I know that on a psychological point of view, a lot of traders, they do hesitate to take the trades on Friday, especially if it's the last half of the day. So normally on Fridays they have volatility in the morning and then it starts dying down, and on Monday it's kind of reverse. It's kind of dead and then it starts picking up later in the day. So this is kind of like this it's work. But yeah, we're going to continue how what the market's going to give us the opportunity. So for now, yeah, I do agree that on Mondays it's slightly choppy, but then normally it does pick up. Okay, so should we analyze another currency or not? So if you want me to analyze any other currencies or more questions, just pop it in. We still got nearly half an hour. So if I don't see any more questions, then I will be signing out. Interesting. This is my third week learning Forex market, and my biggest trades have been Tuesday and Friday. Yeah. So you've been learning 3 weeks. You've been trading. Good. I try to catch trends, by the way. Yeah, the trend is trend is your friend. I know a lot of people, they like to do counter trend. I personally don't like to counter trend trading, simply because when you get onto the right, once you get that right trend and you jump onto that one, you can ride this trend and you can get you can make a lot of money out of the trends. But sometimes when is the bigger trends, and there are the good retracement within that trend, so you can take the trades when the price is retracing, and then you can get still nice pips out of it. Or sometimes what I do is, if I have the trades already running, let's say towards the trend direction, and of course the price does make good pullbacks, and if it's like a strong enough resistance, but I do believe that the price will break it, but before it does that, it's gonna have a retracement. You can hedge the trade, so you can hedge the trade, and basically once you get to this on the hedge and price is starting to retrace, you can make the money on the both sides. I've been to the good few trades that I made the money on the both sides, and also you can lose as well, because sometimes that pullback can continue and turn it into the trend, but once you catch it, it's good. So I would say, yeah, trend is your friend, so make sure you keep it that way. I always look for where the trend is and then trade direction to the trend. So what was the market trading thing? And the opportunities can come to in any day, really. It does not have to be like Tuesday or Friday. It can be on Monday as well as whatever, like the Wednesday, any day between when the trading hours are open. But we can experience that high volatility market on a particular day, and then it could be on Friday or Monday, whatever, and can have a very low volatility where you don't see any potential trades in there. So yeah, it can be any day, really. This market is unpredictable. such times. We've seen a very good moves during this the virus outbreak. We've seen a lot of volatility and so much trading opportunities on that, and then it kind of died down a bit, and now it's slowly picking up, on some currencies. Can you check out the USD? Yes, certainly can. I can do Australian dollar against US dollar. The USD. Let's have a look at the Australian dollar against USD. See what we have on that one. Okay, so we had this nice trend line up here, and the way it looks now, the price has broken this trend line. Yeah, the price has broken this trend line, and also on, I believe it was a Friday, right? Yeah, also on Friday, I'm on a 15-minute time frames. 15-minute time frames. Okay, let me get this one right. So using 15-minute time frames. If you're using 15-minute time frames to trade just purely for 15-minute time frames, I do use that one only if I'm scalp trading, which does not happen very often. I normally do day trading and the swing trading. I use the 15-minute time frames only to get on to the trade. So when you do your analysis, so I can see that you are new. Okay, well, you said that you are 3 weeks in trade. So I do use personally as a multiple time frame analysis, which is I start from the daily time frame and drill it down to the shorter time frame. So the daily, 4 hourly, 1 hourly, and then I have another. I use another time frame, which is normally it's a 15-minute time frame, just to determine the entry. So this is normally what I do on a day trading case, which I normally analyze in here. So I'm gonna start analyzing in here, probably gonna get the idea what I mean. So as of starting with the daily time frame in here, big trend is up. As of the daily time frame, we can see these nice moves. So we have, and also we have this trend line which has been broken already, and for the Friday candle, this is a nice bearish candle. So that means that the sellers are becoming strong, but it is still on the upwards trend. So now let's go to the 4-hour time frame, see what we have. Okay, actually before we do that, let's analyze next support or level. 63.20 as of. Okay, this is the one support is already tested, and the next one's gonna be somewhere down to this level. Let's get closer. So on this one will be 63, about 63.20. So let's go to the 4-hourly time frame and put the entire picture, the bigger picture. We need to look for the bigger picture. So the price is coming down on a 4-hourly time frame. Yeah, it does looking starting to becoming strong towards the downside, and we just need to anticipate where the price might be heading. So now it's testing this these highs up here, so it found support down to this level, so it tested and it's having a reaction towards upside just a bit. If we look at it, this 4-hourly candle in here, this bearish candle is looking pretty strong. It has only a tiny tail, which shows a more that sellers are starting to get becoming more sellers, and it pushes the price down. So we have this retracement, and if we go a bit closer, so this last 4-hourly candle is closed as sort of an inverted hammer, and this candle is now closed for another almost 3 hours. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame, see what we have on the 1-hourly time frame. Okay, the price is pushing a bit up now. So we want to see where the price, anticipate where the price might stop and start joining the potentially go towards downside. So the price already came up and tested this high here and is trying to push a higher. So we got this 64.25. Maybe price will push a bit more and come up to 64. maybe 64.25 or 64.30, more like 64.25. We have this level up here. It's about 10 pips away, so it's not that far. So price might push, and also it will, if the price comes up that far, we will take out this spike high in here. So as of the short term, my view on a short term trading would be towards downside in this case rather than towards upside. We've seen this this nice move up here, and also we got this on Friday. We have the nice daily bearish candle. Just a question where the price is heading right now. So this is the only puzzle. So we got this 61.35 actually. So tested this one. Now it's coming back up to, we got this 64.25. Yeah, in this case, bit of a more of a waiting. I do want to see price turning. Yeah, I do want to see the price turning. Before I come into the short side, I do want to see the price coming down, and also close of this. I don't want to see the close of this candle, this 4-hourly candle. So which is not going to happen in another 2 hours and 50 minutes. So I want to see the close of this 4-hourly candle before I commit to the short side. So if it closes something like this one, if it closes something like the last 4-hourly candle, then that will be good. That means the sellers are pushing the price down. So I would be looking some sort of indecision candle, like the inverted hammer or doji or something like that. Basically, I don't want to see a full bullish candle with the no tail on it. Then I will be looking, after that I will be looking to short the trade. But first let's wait for this 4-hourly candle to close. I do like on the daily time frame. Yeah, I do like the daily time frame, but because the big trend is up, we need to be a bit more cautious. So the price came to this support level. Yeah, I definitely want to see a close of the 4-hourly candle and then the retracement up. So in this case, if the price comes down, let's say 63, about 63.85, roughly speaking 63.85, and closes somewhere down there. Actually, let's see if it's about 63. No, actually 63.95. If it closed, if this 4-hourly candle closes at 63.95 zone, about this level, so which will leave a nice tail, then I will be happy to take the trade on the retracement. So if the price does that, then so 95, the retracement to. Retracement is going to be at this 4-hourly. So if we close it at 63.95 and then a retracement to 64.20 zone. Yeah, still doesn't look as good. Actually, I still don't like it as of the 4-hourly. So the first thing is we're gonna wait. First, we're gonna wait for the 4-hourly candle to close, and the close should be around 63.95 zone. Then I do want to see on a 1-hourly time frames. I do want to actually, if it closes down here, it should push the price down. On a 1-hourly time frame, after that candle is closed, I do want to see another 1-hourly candle to push it a bit more down. So somewhere down to this zone. Somewhere down to this 63.90, 63.80, sorry, so 63.80. If this 1-hourly pushes it down 63.80, then I will be looking for the retracement up. Potentially could be up to this level at 6400, but this is quite still developing. It has to fulfill some requirements before it gets me interested. So it has to do quite a bit before I commit to the trade towards short side. So it's quite inaccurate for me to say to analyze, let's say, the entries and stop losses in here, because yeah, this is developing. This is still developing. So this is let's say that this is more observation in here. So it has to do that. A few requirements which I mentioned earlier in order for me to take the trade. So this is, I can't really discuss any entries because it will be quite inaccurate to say that. How long I've been trading? It's more than 3.5 years now. Yeah, 3.5 years roughly speaking. Just over 3.5 years. So yeah. Yeah, this is more of a developing, but let's put it still up here because I did analyze AUDUSD. So this one done. So we still got about 15 minutes. So if you got any questions, just pop it in the chat, and if I don't see it, then I will be giving about 5 minutes and then signing out. So far I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 currencies so far. It's good enough. 5 currencies, nice. August will be 1 year for me. That's good. August. How is it going so far? Do you find it difficult to trade? How long it took me to become profitable? Right. Definitely on the first year I did struggle on the first year because that was more like a very big learning curve, and on the second year still I was kind of break even, not much, I wouldn't say like up and down, and later on the third year when it's started to look good. So it does take time to become profitable, and it's a lot of psychological things going on around trading. You need to fully commit to trading. So yeah, 1 year is still a kind of beginner. I learned a lot, and I'm slowly putting the pieces together. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you need to keep learning, and basically this learning curve never stops. Even now, after 3.5 years, I'm still learning and trying to improve and trying to be better and all that. And it's the psychological, this mind game is always, it's a constant, it's never ending fight, let's say that way, because sometimes you might be thinking that you all figure it out, and could be the day that one day you might be not feeling good, or something happened, you're not feeling at your best, and you start trading and it might not end up as well, and you might get angry, and it's a lot of emotions going on in here. So you need to learn that emotional control. Right now, my biggest focus is risk management and discipline with my strategy. Yes, correct. Risk management is very, very important. I did mention on my videos that risk management is, you have to be very strict on the risk management. So let's say if you so you define your risk. Let's say on a normally the person risk 1% per trade. So you have to define the risk, and you have to stick with that 1%. You don't when you put the trade, then let's say the trade is very close to your stop loss. I know a lot of traders, they do like to move their stop losses just because like they do not want to take that loss, but over the long run, when you look at it, that if you constantly start moving your stop losses and that, it will not work out for you if you constantly do that, because you have to always look for the next 50 or 100 trades. What's the difference? So you might be taking this one loss, but if you keep your risk management tight and you're very good and disciplined about your risk management, then that 1 or 2 losing trades, it does not really matter. The problem starts when when the trader starts risking 20 or 50% per trade, then that's where that losing trade does makes a huge difference. But if you risk, like, let's say 1%, 2%, or up to the 5% is fine, even though I would not recommend 5% risk because it's quite high. But if you're like the experienced trader, then you can have the bigger risk. I personally don't even risk 5%. Mine is actually less than 1% on my my main account, and potentially I might start doing this speculative account just to see how far I can push, but of course it will not go more than 5%, but I will see on that one. Yeah, the discipline takes time. So to keep your risk management tight, so that will be the number one. That will keep you away from wiping out your accounts. That's the number one reason why the traders clean their accounts, because they are not consistent with their risk management. And yeah, discipline over the time, you will start developing the discipline. So yes, I went a lot. So I'm slowly putting, yeah, to answer the only questions. So we still got about 10 minutes on that one. And yeah, as I did mention, I'm gonna put the timelines on these currency pairs on the comments after I'm done with my with the video, because some things you don't see the behind the scenes, because I do a lot of editing, and after this this session is done. Then the SEO and all that, I'm still learning on the YouTube, because I'm fairly new on YouTube, so I'm still learning YouTube tricks, so to speak, and how to get ranked and all that on the YouTube. Even though I do know about trading, the other thing I have now is to learn YouTube, because that's kind of different different spectrum on there. So yeah, if you got any questions, just pop it in the chat. Again, we still got 10 minutes, and if I don't see it, then I will be signing out. So we did analyze these. So euro dollar we got, which ones we got? Okay, and most of them are major currencies. Oh, let's have a look at the euro against Australia. Euro against Australian, just for this is just for me, so no one else. So I'm not gonna kind of go through with it in depth. So I'm just gonna look at for. Yeah, you're welcome, Justin. No problem. Right. Okay, so the potential trade on the euro against Aussie 70.23. Okay, could be a potential. So I don't see more questions, so I'm gonna probably signing out on yeah, it's nearly done, about 8 minutes before this 1.5 hours are out. So first of all, I do thank you guys for watching for this video, and one thing I want to mention, that if you find this video helpful, please give it a like. It really helps me to support my channel, as well as to motivate me to make even more videos and better videos. So make sure to hit that like, it really helps to my channel. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. I'm making this live daily forex analysis Monday to Friday, 8 AM UK time, as well as weekly forex analysis and a bunch of other videos related to trading and trading psychology. Basically everything related to trading and how to improve your trading in general. I do upload a lot of videos about that, and in the future I'm going to be concentrating to upload more videos, because I do think that the mindset is the biggest game in when it comes to trading, and the most difficult one to master, such as like the discipline and all that, and the emotional control. That's the main struggle we we all face when we trade on the financial markets. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. UK time. Have a great weekend, and bye bye. So let's sign out.